Abbey. Now we've been here a few times during the day, but never for this event. Here tonight for the Whitby Abbey Illuminated event. So this is a first for us. We've heard really good things about it. You can just see it in the background there, so we're really excited to actually have a walk round and see all inside it as well. We're going to have some food, have a walk round, and there's also a show as well. So hopefully it's going to be a really fun night. Let's go. How amazing does that look? There's all the cobwebs, big spider. And it keeps changing colours as well. That's amazing. Looks like that's all the food down there.
Then welcome to Whitby. You picked an absolutely perfect evening to join us here at the Abbey. For our last night, you're just in time. So tonight we'll be seeing a new performance of a new play entitled The Dead Shall Walk the Earth. Very, very apt as today is, of course, the Day of the Dead. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting in just over 5 minutes' time. If you want to join us, make your way down the ramp, down here. That's where you need to be to start, and that's where you need to be when you move into our next call. And then on for the rest of the evening. Because we're moving around, don't leave anything behind. Don't leave any bags here, keep them with you. Make sure you don't lose anybody in the darkness. Make sure you leave here with the same number of people as you arrived with, otherwise we get into terrible trouble.
Better look out for Dracula then.
Children of the night, what a mess they make. I am Count Dracula.
You notice on the flicks a number of characters.
Got all these people with lanterns. I guess we'll figure what that's about soon. I think it's really cool that so many people have turned out in fancy dress. And so I looked back on the website and it does say that it's encouraged but it's not mandatory. So yeah, there's a lot of people in fancy dress, but it adds to the atmosphere. Scary biscuits.
Devil.
Monster! Whitby fish and chips. We've got burgers, chips, chipletty, sweet and sour chips, noodles, hot chocolate, bush chestnuts,
And then there's a little bar there.
and then a bar to get a little drink if you want some alcohol. And then over here you can buy some marshmallows, and then there's these little pit fires so you can toast them up. Little fire pits. So I went with sweet and sour noodles, looked delicious, they were £7, and then Ryan went with the fish chips and curry sauce, which was
£14.
£14.
So to remortgage my house.
Bit pricey, but it does look like a big piece of fish to be fair, and you
Yeah.
got quite a lot of chips with that as well.
It's nice.
So we're going to enjoy this and then we'll have a little look around the Abbey. Well, we finished the food, it was absolutely delicious. We're nice and full now, so we're going to have a little look around the Abbey and then the show, really. All these nice lights. One of the great things about this event as well is it's dog friendly. So you can bring your dogs along to join in the fun as well. Looks so different, all lit up. It's very atmospheric. Wow. Walk around it and then we'll go through the middle.
This must be where the second part of the show is, this little stage.
Yeah, it must be. Wow, look at that. It's got all the different colours up there in the arches. Got the sounds of the ocean. Oh wow, that's atmospheric of the moon. All the talking that you can hear in the background at the moment is the show that's going on around the Abbey. So there's two different showings. The event starts 6 o'clock till 9. The first show is at 6:30, and then they rerun the whole show again from 7:45. So we're going to go for the second showing, so we have time to do everything else first. It's very, very dark. I was stood trying to have my picture taken in front of the Abbey, and one of the ghosts that carries the lantern around decided to stand behind me, and he was there for ages, like copying all my poses, and it was it was actually really funny. I wish I was recording, but I'll pop one of the photos in now for you. I wish I was recording that. I couldn't see anything apart from the orange lights. It was blinding me. We can see the moon a lot better now from here. That adds to the atmosphere. Looks amazing. A lot of really good photo opportunities, and there's some that's actually like what they've put up as well, but got to wait a bit of a queue, but it's definitely going to be worth it with that backdrop.
Maybe try later.
Yeah,
When it's not so busy.
I've got some bat wings. Some little facts as well as you walk around, and then a little questionnaire at the bottom, so play along. Oh, look at all the cobwebs. And it's gone. You've got to be so quick to catch the projections. They're just changing constantly. So just keep moving round and you'll see all the different projections and all the different colours. There's lots and lots of different photo opportunities as you're making your way around. It's definitely different walking through here with it all illuminated like this than during the day, that's for sure. That's all lit up purple. Almost looks like it's on fire. got a big werewolf with big red eyes up there now. So you got to keep going round and round and round, and you see different things every time as the projections change. And it's gone.
I thought you'd come. Seekers after the truth are drawn to this place by powers that are invisible. In my previous life, I was an explorer. I sought out the most distant and obscure people and places. I wrote of my findings and my adventures. I was famous. I thought that I knew all that the world had to show me. I was so wrong. Fire. To me then, it was just another useful tool. Just another thing, like a map or a compass. I saw no magic in it. If only I knew then what I know now. I was invited to lead an expedition into a mountainous region of North India. My son, a gifted map maker, who had already acquired the nickname Young Pargeter, begged to join me. I was proud to have him along. So, we set off on our adventures. Myself, my son, and our party of guides. We traveled deep into the mountains. At night, we could see fires burning. Sometimes we would hear pipes and drums, but always at a distance. I decided I had to investigate further. Against the advice of our native guides, we pressed on into the mountains. The next night, I left my son behind in the camp for his safety and climbed on alone. As I drew closer to the flames, I could see they were surrounded by hooded figures, chanting as they circled, reaching into the fires to draw out burning brands and cast them high into the air.
Ooh.
They seemed to draw power from the flames as they tossed them further and further in dizzying patterns, crisscrossing each other. It seemed that they felt no pain. Suddenly, a flash of lightning tore open the heavens. A deafening crash of thunder followed, and the skies parted as the rain began to fall in torrents. The fires roared against the deluge. Every so often, a giant spark would fly into the sky like an offering to the gods. I watched as one spark flew above me, circling, and landed at my feet. It was then that I knew that they knew that I was there. The flame knew me. I scrambled down the mountain in a blind panic, but the fires followed me. They seemed to surround me, reaching out, twisting me, grabbing me, and then I fell. When I awoke, I was in a cave. In my time in India, I had acquired the ability to speak several dialects, so I called out, nothing. I tried to speak, to explain, when suddenly a flame was held close to my face, blinding me, and a voice spoke. The voice told me that the ceremony that I had witnessed was a secret one. Any outsider witnessing it would be cursed. As punishment, the voice told me that my entire party had drowned in a mudslide caused by the rain. I had lost my beloved son. My pride and curiosity had brought about his untimely demise. I lived in the mountains for years. I learnt ancient rituals to help me harness the supernatural power and to create miracles. And then, one day, a stranger arrived. He too was an explorer as I had been. He was Hungarian. He was also fascinated of the stories that he heard of the mountains. So, I told him my tale, and to my amazement, he knew my name. I told him of the tragedy that had befallen me. He asked me about the ceremonies that I had learned. He wondered if I had ever thought of trying to use the power of the flame to bring back the spirit of my beloved son. He suggested that I should return to somewhere where my son and I had enjoyed happier times. I immediately thought of Whitby. We'd had many a holiday here. So, I left my cave and returned to England. I have studied hard. The flame will bring back my son.
My friends, my name is Professor Abraham Van Helsing. And like my great enemy, Count Dracula, I seem to be drawn back to this place. Count Dracula is a cunning foe. Remorseless, ruthless, the vampire is pure evil. No mercy, no care, seeking only to enslave mankind. I have fought him many times. I have driven him back into the shadows where he lurks, as the undead are doomed to lurk. My friends, we are, as far as we know, the only species on Earth that bears with us a knowledge that one day we will die. Perhaps it is a fear of this mortality that has led us to create the spirit, the soul, that which we believe survives our physical end. Now, where this soul or spirit goes when we die, that is a matter for philosophers. But if it does indeed exist, then might it be communicated with? Might it be able to offer us some comfort for what lies ahead? At this time of the year, on this, the Day of the Dead, there are those who believe that they possess the power to speak with those who have passed to the other side, if they can. What powers might they unleash? My friends, grief and hope take the mind to strange places. Places where always darkness it waits to entrap and ensnare. The dead are dead. They should not be called upon to walk again, for if they do, it means that hell is full.
That's a little melodramatic, Van Helsing. I'm sure all these people have come here with open scientific minds. There's no need to terrify them. Ah, Farsda, still playing with matches, I see. You've got to be careful with that. One of these days you'll spontaneously combust.
Very witty, Professor. Science has all the answers, I'm sure.
Well, science is the only truthful method of seeking the answers.
I can't wait here. I need to prepare. Tonight's the night.
Don't let me keep you, dear boy. You go and prepare for whatever this is.
Tonight is the night.
Poor fellow. Poor Padre Van Helsing. Deluded but harmless. Oh, he's gone. Off to frighten some more children. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whatever else you may hear tonight, if we wish to understand the unexplained, the best avenue open to us is the scientific one. I've spent my life's work in the study of sound waves, invisible sound waves that spread out in all directions all of the time. And I have developed an instrument capable of detecting vibrations previously undetectable. These tiny vibrations I have called auditory oscillations. Now, my studies have shown that once created, these oscillations can remain for years in the atmosphere close to their point of origin. They do not decay like ordinary sound does. Well, I've refined my instrument and I made an incredible discovery. Echoes of voices from the past, locked in time and place, trapped in the atmosphere. Now, doubtless you will recall the incident of HMS Scarborough, the battleship that was lost just off the coast here. Now, it was equipped with the latest radio telegraph, but there was a collision and the ship foundered. Now, my brother, young naval lieutenant, was the principal radio operator. Now, the ship was sinking fast, but he remained at his post, sending out a distress message and the ship's position. But in the panic, he had been given the incorrect coordinates. So his messages were sending rescue vessels to a position some 30 miles away. My brother lost his life, as did many others. If the position had been correct, he might have been saved. Well, of course there was an inquiry, and at length, my brother was found to be at fault for sending out a false position, but I could not believe he had been in error. So I tracked down as many of the survivors as I could, and I got the truth of it, just as I'll explain it to you now. But how to prove it? Well, I knew here science might have the answer. About this time, about a year ago, a traveling professor, Watkins, he took a keen interest in my work, and he suggested some improvements, some modifications to my instrument, and he was right. For the first time, I was able to pick up traces of voices from the past. And by these means, I hope to at last be able to hear my brother's voice, and so prove his innocence.
But if your brother is dead, how might you hope to speak with him?
Forgive me, madam, have we met?
No, I have seen you walking on the cliffs beyond the Abbey with your device, whatever it is. I am Miss Victoria Lynette.
Oh, honoured, I'm sure. I am...
Professor Ernest Richter.
How did you come by that?
My sister told me.
Oh, is she on holiday with you?
My sister is dead.
Sorry, did you say dead?
Yes.
Well, then how could she give you my name?
This is the first time I have been to Whitby Abbey in many years. I last came here with my sister, Charlotte. Charlie, I sometimes called her. Poor Charlotte had been ill for much of our childhood, and the doctors recommended the air here. We were having a family picnic in the ruins. Charlie had gone off to explore. She was so happy to be free from doctors and outdoors. When she found the pond, she was overjoyed, and she called me to her. Back then, the pond was overgrown with long grass and weeds. We saw something moving deep in the reeds. I was terrified. I grabbed hold of Charlie's hand, but she just looked at me, winked, freed her hand, and strode towards the pond. I watched as she disappeared into the reeds. I heard her moving through them. Then there was a splash and a cry. Charlie was in the water, and I could tell that there was something wrong. I could hear her struggling to get free. Then I heard a scream, and I was running back to my father and mother. It was too late. I never saw Charlie again.
Just like poor Pargeter with his fire tricks, you are deluded, madam.
I have a gift. At my father's funeral, a relative, a distant relative, told me I should take my gift and make it public, to step bravely into the public domain. And so, as soon as I was able to, I did.
This is all unprovable nonsense.
Miss Lynette?
Oh, good God, who the hell are you?
This is Jenkins. Jenkins is my maidservant. What is it, Jenkins?
Oh, Miss Lynette, I can hear the voices again. I'm scared.
Oh, Jenkins has a similar gift to mine. Not as developed yet, still frightening to her. Come, my dear, some fresh air will clear your head.
Yes, I've work to do too. Scientific study. Good day to you.
So, my friends, 3 you have met, each having their different tragic reasons to speak with those from the other side. There are more, and to hear their stories, you must move now. Begin your journey round to the east window. Follow the light!
People have no idea if a book is rare. They come to me with their grandparents' library looking for a quick price to get rid of them, and I am happy to oblige. Selling them on, however, is another matter. It is helpful if one develops a sense for when people are keen or desperate. One can then establish a more profitable price for the item.
Mr. Sims! Mr. Sims, there you are. Sorry, I'm a little after my time.
Not at all, Miss Manston. I had just arrived myself. See here. I have the book you're in search of, and at a good price.
If any of you have an interest in folk tales, perhaps you've heard of me. Alexandria Manston. I have been a collector of folk stories for as long as I can remember. Unless I record them now, myself, they will be forgotten from memory. Whitby is my place of memories. It was here I met Miss Rowena Hartley. She became my secretary, my friend. She shared my passion in old stories, and we spent many a happy hour wandering the coastal path to Robin Hood's Bay, telling each other tales as we went. Any truth in it? I scanned every version of that story I had, each lacking the same detail. The wording of the incantation until now. Finally, I have the missing part of the story. At last, I have the words, but I must decide. Do I dare to use them?
Miss Manston, I strongly suggest that you do not. The dead have powers neither we nor they understand.
Who's there? Who is it? Come into the light.
The arches!
Following the light. Following the many lights.
Follow the light!
Oh, he's got his fire out again. It's dangerous with that.
Could only mean disaster.
I know. Set himself afire once.
That's why I haven't got a beard.
It's keeping me warm with that.
Do it again.
You're a madman. I said Archer's heady now. Look here, do you remember what I told you about your books? You know, I have a great number of them. If you would consent to sign them, they would be worth more. I could sell them. Split the profit with you. Archer, what are you doing?
It is time!
Baxter! Baxter, what are you doing? Poor fellow. Lost his wits to grief and his mind to strange imaginings. Such a pity. Anyway, I await the arrival of my client. If all goes well, this will be a highly profitable evening for me.
Mr. Sims? Mr. Sims, a pleasure, sir, a pleasure. These ruins are such a foreboding place. I must confess I was a little scared walking on my own.
Mr. Craddock, I thought you wanted to meet at the Abbey.
When you said you had an appointment with another client here, I did not want to put you to any trouble, so it was easy enough to come. Especially as you have good news.
Indeed I do, Mr. Craddock. I have the book you're in search of. It seems to be a book of ancient spells. To invoke some ancient god, I suppose. Dark stuff. Don't you wish to take the book with you?
But of course, thank you. Thank you.
Strange, I can hear a buzzing. Or a voice, or something.
Sims, your bookworm.
Very funny, Victor.
I can now hear the voices of the dead, trapped as auditory oscillations. My device is working perfectly. I can even hear something from the Scarborough. Listen. I need to do more tests, but I hope by these means to hear my brother's voice tonight, and at last prove his innocence.
Remarkable. I have a terrible sense something
dreadful is about to happen. Don't worry, I'll look in on Pargeter. Good night. Good night, Sims.
What are we going to do about Mr. Pargeter?
I think you should leave well enough alone. He's got a crazed notion about raising the dead.
Can he summon the dead?
The dead cannot be summoned. They are dead. Science can only deal with what is real. Like my device here. It amplifies echoes from the past so that we might be able to hear them today.
Does it work? Really?
It does.
Then I wonder, I lost a close friend. She disappeared off the shore not far from here. One minute she was there, the next she was gone.
I will need to know exactly when it took place, though.
It was 2 years ago to this day.
Very well. I will calibrate my device, and we will listen. Now, don't you get your hopes up too high. We'll be able to hear what there is to hear, if there is anything to hear.
What is that? I can hear a voice. Singing. What was that?
Miss Manson, I've amplified my device to the maximum it's capable of. You heard whatever you heard. I'm afraid I can't give you much more explanation than that. Now, I really do have work to be getting on with tonight. Good day.
Miss Manson, I was looking for you because I have had a message for you.
From who?
It was from Charlotte.
Oh, she heard from Rowena. I mean, Miss Hartley.
No, I'm sorry. The message was very confusing, as they sometimes are. But, Miss Manston, it was a warning. Miss Jenkins, I don't know what's wrong with her. I've got to try and help.
I'll come with you.
My friends, you must be of a care. Something evil stalks the boundaries of this place. Go over to the Abbey. Seek out the light. Find sanctuary. Stay together. Stay in the light. Go, go! Move towards the light.
Towards the light.
It doesn't seem like a very good idea to go towards the screaming, but hey.
He's here! Then he closed his eyes.
And?
He was dead. So cold, as if he had been drained of all life.
Poor Mr. Pargeter.
He was still clutching the photograph. It was his son.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sims. Did you see a woman in distress running from here?
No, I'm afraid I did not.
What is it, Mr. Sims?
I have a sense something dreadful is about to happen.
What do you mean?
About 18 months ago, an academic came to my office and asked me to track down an old book. It was one of 2 copies of an ancient text of, I suppose you would call them spells. Anyway, I managed to track down the last surviving copy and buy it. I've just handed it over. But something is wrong. Terribly wrong.
My sister says we are in danger.
I don't know what's happening. There's something in the atmosphere. I thought I was making progress, but now everything's gone completely over the scale. I can't control it. Listen. That's my brother's voice, but I can't work out what he's saying.
Charlotte, that is my sister's voice.
Rowena! Is she here?
They are all here. Who are you, sir? Professor Richter, I am disappointed.
I know you, sir. At my father's funeral, you were the distant uncle who told me I should take my gift and make it public.
Indeed so, dear niece, and how you have grown. I trust dear Charlotte is well. And Professor Richter, you remember the visiting expert who suggested you direct your research into, what was it now, auditory oscillations? Surely you recognize me?
Watkins? Professor Watkins, it is you. Well, you'll be pleased to know you were right. It works.
All your work, my dear boy. I was merely the catalyst. Mr. Sims, thank you for the book.
Mr. Craddock, this is the academic I gave the book to before I went off to see Pargeter.
Ah, yes, poor Pargeter, who would have remained in his cave had he not been visited by a Hungarian explorer who just happened to pass by and suggest he return here to enact a fire ceremony to raise the spirit of his lost son.
But I don't understand. I've certainly never met you before.
Miss Manston, the collector of old stories whose companion mysteriously vanished. Lucky for you, an old fisherman told you a tale to offer you hope and a chance at redemption. What was his name? William Boyd. Billy to me friends. Have a tale for you, missy. A dark one, mind.
That was you. But why?
Because I needed each of you to be here in this place at this time, each with your particular need to commune with the dead.
But you're a man of science. Why this subterfuge?
Because this fiend wishes to take what each of you have discovered and use it to harness the power of the worlds of the departed. Van Helsing, I hoped you might be here to witness my triumph. Count Dracula, I am never far away, for always the vampire must return to his old haunt.
Did you say vampire, like from the old story?
What is all this?
This creature has sought to enslave mankind for centuries. Always his plots have been foiled, but now he seeks to take control of the world of the departed, to turn the spirits of the dead into an army to follow his will.
This is nonsense. Vampires don't exist.
They only appear in stories. Blood-sucking monsters to frighten children.
When I swept down on your friend in her boat, she had no time to be frightened.
That was you!
I was hungry. She was alone. I flew past you as you waved. You saw nothing.
That's what my device picked up.
So, Count Dracula, here we are. What do you intend? I shall now raise the spirits of the Abbey. Thank you, Miss Manston, for your help. What do you mean? A short while ago, Miss Manston stood on the cliff and recited the ancient rhyme from her book. You will be pleased to know that she has begun the process. The sea will give up its dead.
Miss Manston, is this true?
Yes. I warned you. Yes, it is. I wanted to know.
Now with this book, I will raise the earthbound dead. Ezekiel, Voivado Stoikel die. Ezekiel, Voivado Stoikel die. Ezekiel, Voivado Stoikel die. Count Dracula, what have you done? Continued the process. If I cannot be master of the living, I shall be master of the dead. The undead and the true dead will follow my will. Two armies of my willing slaves. Together, we will defeat the living. This book is my power over you all. And this book is my answer to your evil. You mean? The other copy of this book was destroyed. Not destroyed, it was lost. And recovered and carefully guarded to serve just such a purpose as this. Ilin Shaput, O Stoikelda, O Mani Strek, Daemon, Towers! Ilin Shaput, O Stoikelda.
It is my sister, Charlotte! Rowena! Is it you?
My brother! My poor brother!
Young Pargeter, this is incredible!
You will do my bidding! You must obey me! You must! Ezekiel! Voivod! O Stoikelda! Obey my will! I command it! Ezekiel! Voivod! No! No! No!
What just happened?
Is it over? It is. For now. Who is that?
What is it that you always tell your students, Van Helsing? Always have another plan.
Who are you?
You do not recognize me. Good. I can go about unknown once again. It is my maidservant, Jenkins. I found this poor creature roaming the ruins half mad. I caught her like a spider catches a fly. And I took on her physical body. A nice change, don't you think?
Count Dracula!
I may not have raised the dead, but now I can be any one of you. I can become any one of you I wish, and you can do nothing. From now on, I can take any form I choose, and you will never know until it is too late. My revenge is begun. I spread it over centuries, and time is on my side.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much, especially for the enthusiastic screaming. That's what we need at Halloween. Thank you. Time Will Tell Theatre, creators and producers of The Dead Shall Walk the Earth, would like to make a number of thanks now. We'd first of all like to thank you for coming. We'd like to thank Louis and Niche and others from Camel Event Productions for illuminating the Abbey as they do every year. It's fantastic, and for providing us with the sound that allows you to hear what we're saying. We'd like to thank Johnny Dyer from Swan Dyer for the fantastic soundscape and the really cool tune that you're about to hear as you walk out. We'd like to thank the students of CU Scarborough, the ghouls of today and the stars of tomorrow. We'd like to thank Roz and Chris, our ladies with the lanterns from Whitby Choir. You'll recognise them for the white sashes they wear. They've been here guiding in all sorts of weather. We'd love to thank them as well. Thank you very much. We'd like to thank English Heritage for letting us come here to do this. And we'd like to thank you again. We hope you have a happy Halloween. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you very much indeed. See you next year.
So if you watch the show, it's quite lengthy and you actually move around the Abbey, as we say, but there's all these like little stages dotted around different locations, and you follow them around. They do part of the show and then you all move to the next spot, which they tell you where to go. So right now they've moved from this stage over right in front of the Abbey. And that's it for our event here at Whitby Abbey. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We absolutely enjoyed tonight. It was a brilliant atmosphere. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something different to do for Halloween. They do dress up as well. Now, we didn't know this, otherwise I might have got a bit of fancy dress on, but you can fancy dress. There's lots of people walking around with costumes on. It's a really fun event. There's lots of food and drink to keep you warm throughout the night, 'cause it is a bit of a chilly one with being right near the sea. But there's lots of food and drink to keep you warm. Lots of great atmosphere. And the show was brilliant as well. I think it really added to it not having it in one spot. You sort of moved around the Abbey, so it was different backdrops. The storyline carried on throughout, and it was really, really good. It is new for this year as well, so I don't know whether it's going to be the same show next year or a different one, but either way, you're going to have a brilliant night, and I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something different to do with a family, your partner or your friends. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. I hope you've had a fabulous Halloween, whatever you've been up to. Have a magical day or evening whenever you're watching, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Bye! That looks amazing with the reflection in the water. Wow. Yeah, oh, it's a werewolf.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a werewolf. It's a werewolf with red eyes. We could go with the cat. I can see where that's coming from.
I'm down with the cat.